Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Westgarth Realty audio experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Seb Westgarth here from Westgarth Realty, and welcome back to the podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be discussing buyer mentality versus seller mentality. If you're a seller, you've more than likely been a buyer at some point. And when you were a buyer, you understand that you were trying to attempt to get the best possible price for yourself on the property that you really wanted to purchase. Now, as a seller, you're more than likely trying to achieve the highest possible price you can, so that you can then move on to your next project. So what we've got basically is two opposites trying to work together to try and reach a middle ground where we can get a transaction done. And what I am seeing a lot of at the moment in a market that has struggled of recently, so buyers understand that there's bargains out there, and those sellers who are putting their properties onto the market are digging their heels in to try and achieve a certain price that they feel the property's worth. Obviously, as an agent, it's our job to achieve the highest possible price that we possibly can, and we do this through marketing and negotiating and getting as many buyers as we possibly can through the home. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit interesting, because what happens is, and what I've seen at the moment in this particular marketplace, is the buyers are playing tough ball. Like, they are negotiating really hard. We've seen offers come out $100,000 below asking price. And this obviously shocks the seller. But what I often sort of suggest is just remember, when you were buying, what tools did you use to negotiate or work out how negotiable a seller was? So always the questions you get asked as an agent from a buyer is, how long has the property been on the market for? And what's the interest been on it like? And then after you answer those questions, they start to walk around and they find things that they don't like about the property to also add that to their arsenal of negotiating tools. So throwing a lowball offer is another tool that buyers use to see if they're going to be able to achieve a bargain on a place, on a home that they want to purchase. So as a seller, what we typically see is they will discount those buyers completely. And we see that a lot of happening on even social media like Facebook Marketplace, where you see, and Gumtree, serious buyers only, no tire kickers. Only contact me if you're a serious buyer. And what we're doing is basically putting up a wall and saying, hey, this group of people over here, do not contact me. I'm not interested. And what we have found recently in real estate, in this particular marketplace as well, is that these buyers are serious. They do want to purchase the home. But with the knowledge that they've got, they're trying to use that low ball offer as a tool to try and see if they're going to get a bargain. So I always advise my sellers to start negotiating. And how hard we negotiate will be based on the amount of feedback and interest that we've had come through the property. Obviously, with a good marketing package, the more traffic you have through the home, the more details we get from potential buyers, the harder you as a seller can negotiate. And we've recently had buyers come in and offer $50,000 below asking price, and then work them up to a price point where the seller then went, you know what, that works for me, let's get it sold. But if that seller had said to that buyer, no, not interested, come back when you want to be serious, there's a good chance that buyer could have gone somewhere else, especially in that marketplace where things are turning over slowly. So there's a lot of stock for them to choose from. So working with the market you're currently in is crucial as a seller. And discounting an offer because it seems silly at the start could result in you missing out on a potential sale altogether.